for the new person who's new to Tom Carlin, what does layered marketing mean, and what are some of the examples of the layers?
The layered marketing refers to, you've got two types, of course. You've got layered marketing for a property. I mean, let's talk about property marketing first, because I suppose property marketing is the cheapest form of advertising for anyone, because the vendors pay for it. So layered marketing regarding property is all about making sure you layer it so that there's all these different avenues where a buyer can see that property, or even a seller can see that property is for sale and they see your details. So when you do list a property for sale, start thinking about, right, well, do we want it online, newspapers, signboards, directional signs, home opening invites? You've got all these different layers that if you just do one of them, if I list a property for sale and I just put a signboard up, I've probably got a 2 or 3% chance of selling it. If I put a signboard up and do just listed, I might have a 3.2% chance of selling it. Whereas if I do three things where I put it on the internet, that jumps up to 70% chance. Yet then I add home opens, and it just all adds to the chance of selling it. But more importantly for us agents, it adds to the chance that we're going to meet more people. The more people we meet, the more chance we've got of getting appraisals. The more appraisals we get, the more sales we make. So that's layered marketing. So that is the cheapest form, because our clients pay for it. And you literally should be, we've just implemented a new process that we are going to do, and we've done before and we should stick to. Is basically every single listing that now comes on the market gets an on the move flyer around the listing. So if we see someone else's signboard up, something come on the internet, we're going to drop 100 flyers around that property, basically saying your neighbour's on the move. You're going to see a lot more activity in your street. This property is probably going to sell quite quickly. If you've got any interest in the market in the next 12 months, please give us a call. And whilst we're in the area, we'd love to drop by. So straight away, even if it's not our listing, they're getting something like that from us. And the other agent's probably not even done that. The other agent's probably not even done anything, if they're anything like me anyway. On top of that, so then if it's your own listing, then you can do, when the signboard goes up, the same day that signboard goes up, goes on the internet, and you do a just listed flyer. You then do a home open invite for the first home open. And then, of course, from there, you telemarket your database and you let everyone in the street know. So, and you just list a flyer, you can door knock. So that's layering when it comes to property marketing. But layered marketing when it comes to our prospecting is like your weekly flyers. So you just sold flyers that we do different types, and we're going to go back. So I'm doing your just sold flyers, which you've got your voucher on the bottom. You've got a just sold flyer with all the results, the testimonials, whatever it might be. You still, in my opinion, should then do just sold around the property, just a standard just sold. If you get into that habit, you're going to do 50 just sold around the property every time. And then you've got your bulk just sold that you're going to do, because the ones around the property should be door knocked. So you just sold around the property, door knock them. I've just sold the property. Here's a little window card, whatever it might be. So something you just print on the printer, or you get free when you order all the property marketing. Whereas your flyers, Glenn, you do them to the whole suburb. They're just a bulk drop.
And definitely agreed, as some of the guys who are listening will know about the bulk one. But definitely when we get to phase 2, we do exactly what you're doing, which means, the 50 around the property. And some of the guys do 25. They do 6 either side and then 12 on the other side of the road, or 12, 25 or whatever. And yeah, definitely that goes out in a timely fashion after that property has sold. And then, to the 1,000 or the 2,000, or in your case, the 10,000 that go out bulk every week, that goes out. In fact, what some of our guys are doing is the 1,000 that goes out every week, it goes out everywhere except the 50 that got told about it when that property went actually the week after it got sold or something. So there's levels to, it depends on, I suppose, the ability for you, and certainly you're able to do it because you've got a team to manage that. These 50 get these 50, and then the rest get the bulk. Get the bulk. So very good. So what other layers are there other than those sold flyers? What other layers?
So you got your sold flyers. I would still do on top of your sold flyer another flyer, like a price drive. I think people at the absolute minimum should get a flyer every other week. If you can do it every week, great, do it every week. But newsletters, sold flyer, community charity event. Whenever you do anything, I say this to my team all the time, think about if you were in the marketplace to sell, what would you want to see from an agent? You'd want an empathetic agent. You want someone that cares about you. So whenever you do a flyer, you've got to be constantly thinking, well, what's going to make them read my flyer? What's going to make them remember me? And that's all you're about. Magnetic calendars that you drop out once a year. A magnetic useful numbers list that you drop out once a year. Door knocking, telemarketing. Monitor other agents' stock. If something comes on the market, send them a letter at day 1, send them a letter at day 60, then start door knocking after that. And those letters are simple. They're all in the system, I believe. If you've not got them, email me for them, or email Naomi. But basically, the other agent stock is probably the key thing when I got into the industry. Apart from the flyers, the other agent stock was the key thing in the industry, which I did, which got me listings. And it was hard work. I knocked on one lady's door about 13 times. And every time she said no until the 13th time she said yes. And I've now sold 7 or 8 houses for her. So it's not easy. People, you've got to love rejection. I think Matt Steinway said that to me when I first got in. You've got to love rejection, because if you don't, then that's the biggest thing. It's the more people that say no, the closer you are to getting someone that says yes.